You are a strong person. Yes, you can do it all. You thought that they had you stuck, but you're back against the wall. You are a strong person. So baby, keep moving on. Don't let nobody stop your hustle. But both your plans just stand tall. You will stand tall.
Hey, what's going on, collective? Thank y'all for joining me for another video in your LAVIP program. It's your girl Lavender, your virtual life coach. And on this channel, we are manifesting realities one change at a time. I got stuff already coming out for y'all while I'm trying to shuffle this. We're just gonna go ahead and get a general message out here. Please only take what resonates. Use your discernment throughout this message. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, first card that came out while I was shuffling was moving. So, maybe some of you might be moving on. You could be moving to a new home. In this illustration here, someone just got their boxes packed, moving somewhere. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it because it might be relevant to someone. But let's see what else we got for you. Okay, what else we got for the collective? I said it. We got moving on. Moving and moving on. All right. So someone definitely may be moving on. It says thank you next at the bottom. So not sure what kind of moving on this is. We're gonna get to that. All right, let's see what else we got for the collective. All right, we got dusted off. So somebody could be moving on from something, dusting off whatever, could have been associated with this move, or what could have caused the move. Which makes me feel like there could have been some type of concern or conflict here for someone. This could have been dealing with a romantic love affair. We've got sex fix, secret lover. Or maybe someone could be moving on from a romantic love affair. Dusting it off and just not worrying about it no more. Let's get one more. All right, next we got forcer. Forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. So it's giving narcissist, controlling, somebody that just wanted to bind someone in some way or constrain someone in some way. Yeah, because they ain't shit. It's literally at the bottom of the day. Ain't shit. All right. So let's see what we got going on with this. But yeah, someone is definitely moving on. Like I said, you could be moving on to not just out of a relationship, but you could be moving on to another home. This could be in another city, another neighborhood, another country, maybe for some of you. This place could be some type of apartment with glass, like big glass windows, because I see the big glass windows here. But also, we're moving on. It looks like someone is, like I say, kind of in a positive bliss, at least. You see these people riding their bikes. They're just kind of, relaxing, taking up the scenery. I feel like for someone, this is like a release, wherever you moved on from or whatever you moved on from. It's like a release. Yeah, you are. You're dusting it off. You're wiping your hands with it, because they literally wiping their hands with it. And it could have been, for some of you, some type of romantic love affair that was going on with this. But let's see what else we got. I'm going to give this one more quick little shuffle. All right. What's moving on for the collective? Moving on. What's this moving on? All right. So first out, we got glow up. Self-improvement, finding your confidence, personal transformation, better than ever. Okay? So someone could have had some type of glow up or moving on to have some type of glow up. Or perhaps for some of you, moving because of the glow up. Okay, toxic love. Pain disguises passion. Addictive patterns, harmful attachment, can't live without. Well, we did see forcer. So, we haven't gotten to clarifying that card yet, but there's some type of glow up here from some type of toxic love situation. This could have been an overnight success for some of you. This is rapid rise, sudden recognition, unexpected breakthrough, all eyes on me. Also, with this moving and someone, packing boxes, someone could have moved on to another relationship because we did have romantic love affair as well as one of the cards that we're going to clarify. And this could have been something that was just like a sudden recognition where someone finally decided that they wanted to move on from something. But let's go ahead and clarify moving on because we clearly know somebody was in motion or is in motion. What's moving on? Okay, so inner child, healing childhood wounds, reconnected with joy, playfulness restored, return to innocence. So someone could have moved on to something where they're allowing themselves to address their inner child, more happiness, moving on to something that feels more positively spontaneous in a way because kids, they could be spontaneous, creative, always innovating new and creative ideas about things using their imagination. I feel like someone is now addressing things like that. We got friend zone, platonic trap, unreciprocated feelings, stuck as friends like a sibling to me. Okay, so this could be with someone who you kind of cool with, or you were cool with, someone you might have friend zone. This could have been someone who friend zoned you. But it looks like someone could have been moving on to happier moments with someone. Bottom of the deck, we got breadcrumbing. Perhaps someone was breadcrumbing and they ended up, friend zoning someone instead. It could have been like, you know what, I done had this glow up, this situation here is becoming a little toxic. I need to move. So the decision to move came about. And now you got this inner child, and being friends rather than anything deeper because it's like, look, nah, for whatever reason, or this breadcrumbing reason for some of you, I just I don't want to deal with this. I need to move on. What we got on the breadcrumbing? Crossroads. Someone made a decision. Important choices, life changing decisions. Choose wisely. Your next step matters. Someone realized this, that next step mattered and they needed to move on. Something wasn't going as it needed to go. Again, this could be you, or this could be someone else. Dust it off. What is dust it off for the collective? All right, first out, we got sugar coated. Sweet but deceptive words, empty compliments, hidden insults, too good to be true. All right, so maybe someone is trying to dust off somebody trying to sell them a dream. They sugarcoating it too much. It's giving extreme, it's giving impulsive, it's giving I am pressuring. We did see Forcer here though. But somebody's trying to make something out to be more than what it is. But someone is breaking the cycle. It says breaking cycles. In the harmful patterns, freedom with repetition, sorry. Freedom from repetition. New beginnings, it stops with me. Yes, someone is dusting that off. They understand that someone is trying to sugarcoat something, but they're dusting it off. They're breaking the cycle. Bottom of the deck, we got on red. Okay. Ignore messages, waiting anxiously, no replies. Maybe they're just busy. So someone could have dusted off the situation because of someone maybe keeping them on red, or you kept someone on red because they were sugarcoating things and you decided to break this cycle. You're not dealing with that. What's romantic love affair? Sex fix, secret lover. What's romantic love affair? All right, we got catfish. Pretending to be someone else online, fake profile, deceptive images, not who you think I am. And we said this, somebody sugarcoating, being extreme, doing the most. Let's get another one for women. Okay, well, we got a couple of them. So we got triggered emotional reactions, unresolved wounds, facing past hurts. Why does this bother me? Then we got poker face, hiding true feelings, impossible to read, emotionally detached, you'll never know. And we got energy vampires, draining connections, toxic influence, protect your energy, time to cut cords. And somebody did, they moved on. I feel like somebody was pretending to be something that they weren't. And this got exposed. Someone saw this and it triggered them, but at the same time, someone tried to keep a poker face. Despite the fact that this energy vampire being around, it feels to me like, again, that dusted off kind of energy. Someone didn't let this get to them severely. We got soul contracts, fated connections, karmic relationships, spiritual agreements destined to meet. So with this, someone could have also, again, different scenarios. Someone could have, after they dusted something off, they could have met someone, and it happened to be a catfish. And they could have ended up, this triggering someone, but someone didn't allow it to get to them. Again, they, allowed themselves to have a poker face, not really show too much because they understood that this is just an energy vampire. Someone understands karmic relationships and soul contracts. But they also understand that you have free will and that you don't have to stay in this. Underneath that, yeah, unbreakable. Inner toughness, enduring hardship, strength through adversity. Nothing can break me. We just talked about that. Just said it. All right. So let's get to the forcer. The forcer thought that they could, though. Clarify forcer here for the collective. Yeah, this forcer thought that they could, thought that they could break you. Mm-mm. All right, we got a few on them again, y'all. I ain't want to do this because then I be having to put it all together. All right, so first off, for Forcer, we got luxury life, comfortable wealth, indulgence, enjoying rewards because I deserve it. Someone might feel like they could force somebody or felt like they could force somebody because maybe they got money. Okay, we got clickbait, misleading headlines, empty promises, exaggerated truths, not what it seems. But again, despite the money, someone understood that this was clickbait. Then we also got rebound, temporary comfort, avoiding loneliness, quick replacement just to forget. This could have been what somebody was just doing, treating someone like a rebound, trying to force a situation, maybe because of something that occurred with them and someone else that didn't work out, and now they just wanted to utilize someone else as a coping mechanism. Um, Bottom of the deck, we got overnight success again, rapid rise, sudden recognition, unexpected breakthrough, all eyes on me. I feel like again, someone understood this, someone understood the assignment. They saw this, they understood, and they did as they needed to. Now they recharging. We got recharge, mental rest, emotional recovery, taking a break, come back stronger. Someone is realizing again, you can't break me. I might have went through whatever I went through with you, but you can't break me. Even if it was a new person after walking away from an unhealthy person, you thinking you're starting over with someone new and it happened to be the same type of energy, just with a different, vessel. You don't have to stay there. You've learned the lesson. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely move on. Yeah, underneath that, move on is what I said. Ghosted. Sudden disappearance without explanation. Exactly. Left hanging. Seen but ignored. Abrupt silence. Exactly. Somebody said, nope, gonna swerve. And we seen that. We saw a friend zone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, I'd just rather be a friend. You know what I mean? All right. So what's ain't shit here? What is ain't shit here? All right, let's see. Okay, cuffing season, temporary relationships, seasonal companionship, short term warmth until spring. Exactly. Somebody just wanted that rebound energy. Didn't want nothing serious. Oh, this is you. Didn't want anything serious at all. Just maybe trying to get over someone that moved on from them or they moved on from. Let's get one more. All right, soul contracts, exactly. Fated connections, karmic relationships, spiritual agreements, destined to meet. Exactly. Someone ain't shit because they don't want nothing serious. They coming in with clickbait, catfishing, trying to sell a dream, maybe think because their pockets is fat that it's just gonna make somebody do what they want them to do. I don't know who you think you got, little buddy, but if someone is letting them know, nah, baby, that's not me. Yes, overnight success again, the bottom of the deck. So it's like I woke up like this. It's like they woke up and realized you are not what I need, or you're doing the same thing. I've seen this before. You know what I'm saying? This is a rerun of something I've already seen. I know exactly how to deal with it now. And if I stayed in the situation, it's on me. All right, yeah. Someone, like I said, has recharged. We've seen recharge again. Okay. Now let's see. What's your advice? What's the advice for the collective? What is the advice for the collective with this situation? All right. Let's see. What's the advice for the collective? The advice. What's your advice, collective? We got wine and dine, courtship, consistently dating, romance and passion. Sorry about the glare, y'all. I got on two different lights because if not, I would not be able to see with these guys. All right. What else? We got tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught, acting shady, sneaking around. Tell me some more for the collective. We got the cleanse, detox, ridding negativity, purification. It looks like that person is praying too. Perhaps some of you could be using prayer or are using prayer or your spiritual connections to get through things. There's another one. Lipstick evidence, infidelity, court cheating, betrayal. All right. Give one more. Mabu, official status, exclusive relationship, seeing each other openly. All right, and on the bottom of the deck for that is frenemy, fake friends, two-faced, hidden intentions. So your advice is just letting you know that this person is two-faced. Whoever this individual is, or if this is you, someone is two-faced. They're gonna come in whining and dining, but also understanding that they tiptoeing. But at the same time, you know, you want to allow yourself to cleanse yourself from this. You're trying to cleanse yourself from this. You understand that there is nothing but intimacy with, but blah, blah, blah. You understand that there's nothing but infidelity, sorry, y'all, and cheating and a bunch of toxic stuff with this, regardless, even though somebody's saying that they want you to come in and be their boo, or you saying that you want somebody to come in and be your boo. But somebody's being two-faced about this. Yeah, all they want to do is party and bullshit and party and bullshit. That's all they want to do. Yeah. Then we got repo, default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. Somebody trying to come in, back in again to pick up what something was left off, possibly for some of you. But again, like I said, I feel like you see that this is BS. You see that it's clickbait. You see that it ain't what it is. You could try to wind it down, but baby, we know you slime. Yeah, graduation day. Somebody learned their lesson on this situation. We know you slime. Go ahead about your business, little buddy. All right, collective. That's the reading that I got for y'all. This has been a late night reading too. Y'all not gonna see this till in the morning because I'm gonna post it for a little bit later. But it's like 2 o'clock in the morning right now, y'all. But I wanted to go ahead and do a read before I decide to lay it down for the night. Please like, comment, share the video. You never know who might need this message. Please make sure that you subscribe. Not only do I do the videos, but I also do the text out readings as well. So sometime when I'm unable to be on camera, I still text out different readings that I do. So make sure you subscribe so you can stay in touch with those as well. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this video. I appreciate y'all stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourself, y'all. Peace.